People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. First thing that is popping in the news is an update about an incident that occurred downtown, close to across a stone's throw away from Central Popo Station, where it is said that a bike Popo, known affectionately as Moby, he was corned up. Now, when that incident occurred, persons were saying that, say, is a hit some taximan put out upon the Popo because he is always harassing them, wanting money, wanting this, giving them a hard time. However, people, seems as if the taximan them get them feelings, because them say, listen, we know this man, and yes, he might do him job. Maybe he might be a thorn in our side. However, we are not going to take it to the extent in which we want to take away this man's life. So therefore, people, I am going to let you take a listen, take a look to what the ex-cabby had to say about the whole situation, and then I'll give my piece.
Alright, you are going. I need you to know, make that video go viral. See? Because I used to run taxi, and I'm going to run taxi again. You see me? But you don't know. But still support the taxi man them. You understand what I say? So watch what I say now. No taxi man shoot Moby. No taxi man have nothing to do with Moby shooting. Get that fucking shit in on your head. Police, stop trying to twist the thing. Cliff Views, stop trying to you want batty boy now. Stop trying to twist the cloth thing. No police, no taxi man now have nothing to do with Moby shooting. No buckler taxi man now have nothing to do with it. You hear that? So no stop trying to twist the buckler thing. Cause I don't want police to start pressure the taxi man them now like some soul. Eh? Your brother that you do in a bridge, that you know. When I twist the thing at about taxi man, like a taxi man come shoot him. A taxi man shoot him. Hey, you see, come like some hole in a bridge.
Now, people, my disclaimer. Big up to the decent cabby them out there that are doing their job. However, we know say a whole lot of taximen are some riffraff. However, truth is truth, and I am here for justice. So therefore, based on the information from the Popo himself that got conned up, he said that he pulled over some men on a bike for a traffic infraction, them violate the road code. However, when he pulled them over, them disobey the pillion, the man at the back, jump off, wheel and pop off, and bust one at him. He was hit in the shoulder. He was rushed to the hospital. However, he was treated and released. Even based on what the commissioner of Popo, Anthony Anderson, had to say, him talked to the Popo, and the Popo said to him, listen, nobody no put out any sorts of hit. Me stop some people, random stop, because them violate and them try to take me out. So people, there is clarity. The person that got hit and the commissioner of Popo. So people, do not mix up people. When you mix up people, you will cause innocent people to lose them life. It is my job to split justice and people. Justice should be served. Hopefully, the Popo, well, more than likely, the Popo are going to catch these suspects because they always do. Look at the track record. And hopefully, they will give them the justice that they deserve. And people, like I've told you on several instances, the Popo are told they are given the blessings of their upper people them. Whenever anybody try to take you out, take them out before them take you out. You are out there on a life-saving mission. Mostly your life, an innocent civilian. The riffraff, the criminal, wherever you can do, to rid the place, beg on the place, pyro the place, that is exactly what you have to do. Point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called long run short catch. The suspect in the takeaway of social media influencer, Slickiana, government name Anika Townsend. He was caught, he was apprehended by the Popo in Hanover last night. Well, this morning at about 1 a.m. Now, people, based on the information, it is said that Mr. Patterson, through his lawyer, had made arrangements to turn over himself or turning himself to the Popo today. However, people, it seems as if the Popo got some information, some sorts of intelligence. Somebody call them and tell them, say, you know, no, say, we know where that little man there. The man we wanted to take away that girl that flinging at the sea. And people, you know that the Popo was not going to take any chances because people like them say, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bushes. And because this man is supposed to be some sort of prison bud, the Popo did their due diligence, the Popo did their job, and the Popo went for him. Because people, when you are dealing with criminal elements, they can change their mind just like the tide. So therefore, the Popo was not going to take any sorts of chances, and people, rightfully so. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, we see that mental illness, it is a big problem in Jamaica. You have a whole lot of madman a walk around in a clean clothes. You have a whole lot of madman a walk around in a dirty clothes. A whole lot of men that are mentally ill a walk around with all sorts of kitchen utensil, farm utensil. Me I talk about machete, me I talk about bill. However, it seems as if Jamaicans have normalized this weird trend. However, sometimes the person that has mental illness lives in the house with their mother, with their parents, with their family. A lot of times, these people do not take their medication, and whenever that chemical imbalance chip in, that person turns from normal, turns from peaceful to a monster. And people, it seems as if that is what occurred in a place called Retirement that is in St. James, where it is said that a Christian lady, Michelle Brown, 53, she was taken out by her own son. Her son is 29 years old. Neighbors were always saying, sometimes this youth head chip, sometimes him calm, sometimes him flare up, coming like the 51 storm. However, the mother being a Christian lady, a lady of faith, a lady of the cloth, she said to herself, I will pray about it and everything should be okay. However, people, that was not the case a couple of days ago. It is said that on Monday, people are looking for the mother, people are calling the mother phone, people are calling the house, them now get any sorts of answers. And because they were skeptic from before, and because they had reasons to think that this boy are going to do his mother something, one of these days, them call the Popo. People, when them call the Popo, guess what them say? The Popo enter the house. When them enter the house, it seems as if Chucky, Leatherface, and all of them other SERIALKILLERS was in the house, and they had some sort of MURDERRG. People, the man take off the woman head clean. Needless to say, the Popo hold him because obviously he was not aware of what he did, so therefore he was oblivious to the whole thing. So people, at the end of the day, this is not the first time we've seen stuff like this. This is something that people seems to have normalized, and people, we have to blame the system in Jamaica because the system is responsible for the safety of his people. It is supposed to serve and protect. And people, obviously, we saw that somebody was not doing their job, whether the mother, whether the parents did not take this man in, whether they thought that he was okay. However, people, they would have learned the hard and wrong and DEADLY way, point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the Popo has released the driving record, the amount of ticket the person that is said to have been the suspect in that 8 vehicle ACCIDENT on Constant Spring Road. And people, when them check the record, this man have over 120 tickets. Outstanding tickets that he did not pay. And most of them are recently, maybe just in a 2022. So people, don't you think for a country in which has in excess of 400 persons losing their life on the roads on an annual basis. It would be a priority to make sure that they put their ticketing system in line. So therefore, if you get in excess of a couple of tickets in a period of time, you either get your license suspended, you either get locked up, and make sure that you pay your tickets. If you don't pay your tickets, you are going to get a warrant, you are going to get arrested. People, when we look at America, and I don't like to compare, however, America has over 200 and something million, almost 300 million. Jamaica have 2.5 going 3 million, maybe a little more, a little less people, me no know. However, whenever you get a ticket in America, if you're there South Florida and you go north, wherever in any of those 50 states that you go and you get pulled over, it is going to be reflected on their system. And people, there are Jamaicans that are in charge of those trafficking system. So therefore, they've implemented proper ticketing system. Why is it that these bright minds in a Jamaica can't do the same thing? Because these persons are on the road, repeat offenders. Most of the time, taximan, minibus man, them have 100, 1,000 ticket. However, they are out there causing all sorts of problems, taking away innocent lives, causing all sorts of damage to people's car and people's body. So therefore, wouldn't you think that common sense would tell them that, listen, we need to put this into act ASAP like yesterday. However, people, here is the thing. There's a thing that is called corruption. There's a thing that is called hustle. If everything is run smoothly, if there's no sorts of chaos or catastrophe, there is no sorts of hustle. So therefore, hustle is the priority. However, people are losing their life. The place get upside down. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the Firearms Act that was passed in Parliament, it is in full effect as of today. So pretty much, if them hold you with any sorts of hot tool, you are going to get 15 years to life. No sorts of deals, no sorts of leniency, 15 years to life, point blank and period. However, here's the deal. The POPO, the Ministry of Security, they are giving out an amnesty. That amnesty starts on the 5th of November this month and ends on the 19th of November 2022. 2 weeks, 14 days. If you know, say you have a toll, this is the time that you can give in this hot toll. So therefore, you can't say you never know. You can't say you was not pre-warned. Because after that amnesty, well, as a matter of fact, the new Firearm Act, it starts today. However, if you have any hot toll, you can call your pastor, you can call your lawyer, you can call some sort of number, and you can make arrangement just in case when you are doing your good deed, you get pulled over on your way to drop off that hot tool. However, people, I do not see any sorts of traffic pile up because of this. Because more than likely, before somebody turn in that tool, they are going to sell it for a couple of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because money is always the motive. However, them can't say them never get a chance. So therefore, mommy, matey, BITCHES out there, tell your man, say, listen, whenever you go out there to try to rob anybody, when them owe you a 15 piece, the whole bucket you gonna get. So therefore, you can't say you know because people may just tell you. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, no sorts of beating around the bush, show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And people, word to the wise. Whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers. They see your potential. They see your greatness. They realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. When they look at themselves because of their insecurity, because of the hate within themselves, they see that their ceiling is in the cellar, in the abyss of hell. So therefore, they are going to do everything to bring you down, because that is the only way that they can feel as if they are up. Point blank and period.